Brian McDougal said strength and conditioning coaches need to be fired and replaced. Is Earl Thomas a possible pickup? Earl Thomas is another guy who gets hurt all the time. I love that. People, look, no offense, Brian, but not a lot of Niner fans are like, man, these injuries are inexcusable. Do you think we should sign this 31-year-old guy who hasn't played in a couple of years? I love that about Niner fans. No, they shouldn't sign Earl Thomas and the strength and conditioning coaches. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but maybe if they do get fired, someone other than Kyle should hire the next one.
But hold on a minute. I don't know these particular people, Iggy.
Fair.
But I know people like them, and I've known them at other teams. These people go to school. Iggy, these people have degrees. Like Tommy Abdenauer, who used to be with the Warriors, is great. They have degrees, and they are serious about...
Yeah, but let me tell you, there's not something you don't understand. The head guy leading the entire operation, they got from the NHL. He had no NFL experience. And then the number 2 guy, who's the head strength and conditioning coach, he was the assistant dude at Minnesota. He got hired to be the assistant dude with the Niners. The top guy got fired. He got promoted. So you could say that while they're serious and they're probably very good, they may not be the best in the world. And that's what you're looking for in the NFL.
I got it. So if they're not the best in the world, and we have no way of knowing,
we don't know.
But their resumes are them down. But again, that's on Kyle.
Absolutely, no question. It all comes back to him. He makes every decision. Maybe he's making too many. I think that's our show. We're at about an hour. This was fun. We went freestyle for a little bit, and it was good.
Wait, I want to say one other thing.
Oh, let's keep going.
Okay. And I know I'm going to tell a Bill Walsh story. And
okay.
People say,
I like a Bill Walsh story. If you can't tell
Lowell's
Bill Walsh
talking
story,
about Bill Walsh again, I'm sorry. I want to talk about attention to detail.
Okay.
And maybe some of you know the story, maybe some of you don't. And this is a true story. When Bill was a hotsy-totsy guy at the 49ers, they had a lot of pictures on the walls of the facility. And they were, pictures of great plays and great players and all this. One day, Bill comes walking through the building and he notices that the pictures are tops. They're not orderly. They're at angles. They're not lined up with each. They're not lined up correctly.
Oh, okay.
This left side is up. The right side is up. It looked like a mess. So here's what happened. He had the head custodian come in and nail them all to the wall so they all were perfectly lined up. And the next day, the head custodian was gone. He was that serious about preparation that I'm not saying he fired the guy, but he was gone. And because, he was to the level of detail of the photos. And I'm going to tell you something else. I wrote this book about Stanford football, the 1992 season. And I was in the locker room with Bill every day. In front of his locker, he would at the end of the practice, he would get into his street clothes. And he would put his sneakers right in front of his locker and his socks inside. Iggy, like I taught you to do when you were a little kid, to dress neatly and put your clothes out the night before. They were perfectly lined up, and everything in his locker was perfect, and really neat and orderly. And what I'm saying is, Bill wasn't in charge of every aspect of that organization, down to the pictures on the halls, on the walls. And I think Kyle, he needs to walk around tomorrow and look at the pictures.
Ooh, I love that. Johnny Ellis says, hired Jerry Rice as a strength and conditioning coach. No, how about as a how to practice correctly without getting injured coach? He could show him right now at 55 or whatever he is. He could show him.
Absolutely.
How to get warmed up, how to cool down, the whole thing. He was the greatest of all time. Anything else? That's it. Thank you for watching our emergency podcast. It was serious. Kyle, I know you're watching. Think about it. We're on your side here. This is quality control. We're just giving the meeting that Jed York should have given you today. I don't know if he did it, but we did it. So you learn.
Thanks, Iggy. I love you. I'll call you in a minute.
Love you too, Dad. Thank you, everyone.